Hello and welcome back to our YouTube channel. This is the NEWSTART series brought to you by the Sydney-Ghana SDA Church and the Health Department of our church. Last episodes, the few episodes that we've gone through, we've been talking about nutrition, and this content is on the exercise component. And see, as the acronym goes, now is a new season, and we're going to be introducing the musculoskeletal system, part 1, where we will talk about so many things. Just right after this, we'll do an overview. But if you have any comments or any suggestions, please leave it in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. My name is Batima Ajiman. Let's move right straight onto the video and hope you enjoy it. So the musculoskeletal system, what essentially it is, the AANSA, as the name sounds, let me highlight it so we can see it. The word musculo means muscle, and then there is skeletal. Muscle, enam, and that's a flesh. And then you have skeletal, which is skeleton, and that's a bones, and that's a enkase. Inti enam and enkase huasem ne beka huasem. And now work hand in hand to create a nice, beautiful system. And no moon and we have many different sections of the musculoskeletal system. The first one is a skeleton and skeleton minus everything, just the bones. And that is just enkase. And then we have upper and lower limb. Upper limb no yebe go through it, but upper limb is unsa, and lower limb no unai na is itimi hono. And then we go on to muscles. Muscles here. Bibia itimi ema movie piano is muscle. To say openche onsaha it's called a thenar muscle. Muscles they have significant names, and we'll go through all of that. But ahanum say a muscle, just minus all the skin, no, a muscle. Wano a muscle, wafuno a muscle, your cheeks are muscles. And see, we have so many different muscles in our bodies, and we are essentially made of muscles. We have so many muscles. So we'll talk about that. And then we have supportive structures. These structures, and Shedan see a lot about it, but today we're going to go through it. They help our muscles and our bones stay in place. And I say, we are not falling apart. We are as strong as we are, and everything is intact. They are because of these supportive structures. And then we have neurovasculature. Neurovasculature means neuronady kind of means anything to do with the brain and the wires of the brain. And then vascular means blood. And see, we'll talk about the heart, the nerves, the blood arteries and the veins, and how they work together to supply us with nutrients that our bones need to work. And our muscles need to work. So you better take your time here. I'll go through it one by one today. So we'll move on to the next section. And so moving on, the first thing that we're going to be talking about is the skeleton. You share your body cinema. You share your body anymore. Minus the skin, and namne where you're everywhere. It's left with bones and casino. And this is what we're seeing here. And see, looking at this presentation, you share your body into two. Your axial skeleton and your appendicular skeleton. Axial skeleton, when we're looking at this, we're just looking at the colored area. And following my cursor, the axial skeleton is the skeleton or the bones, and kasena it keep your body in center, and I say in the middle. And see these to say uti ukon muscles and ribs, and then which a protective spinal cord, but your friend was spine and also vertebral column. And no emma you keep your posture straight. And to say sure some people or some elderly people that when sometimes you can observe say not it is because vertebral column just here it's supposed to keep your body straight. Into the minute that it's not straight, it affects every kind of motion, every kind of movement. Into the axial keeps our body in the center, in the middle, and in posture. And then appendicular say upper limb and lower limb. Into following the cursor red line from here all the way down to the other side into one sanimi and our beti kakra or back shoulder and our neck bone nina is what makes up the upper limb. And the upper limb helps us to manipulate objects and grasp onto things. So no be diagram say uni be diagram na uchibwa utimi chino say opese u backstroke here swimming utimi ye opese two more utimi ye. All of these is what the upper limb helps us to do, a wide range of motions. And then there's also the lower limb. Lower limb essentially is just so from usisi kind of a little bit usisi your friend the pelvic area all the way down and see with thighs to ukotoje to nine lower limb. And what the lower limb does is so what you hope in this area here, the circled area is where your stomach is, and it has a lot of organs, or liver, or kidney, intestines in our honum, they weigh a lot, and then come to think about, so your bad no for ni okon ne uti any brain na ehye uti nim no, they all weigh a lot. Into onyankopon yen it in such a way say o lower limb no o nine no the bones ni more den pa, just so that it can hold the weight of the rest of the body on top of it. Now, your backbones so idea back very fascinating, and they say when you're in such a way that blood vessels, you can blood vessels are a moja and nam body ni more circulating nutrients ni no, it's made to be inside of the bone. It's not visible. Like you see, I mean, who say BB and then someone as a muja. It's because when you aman I say blood vessels are very delicate. Delicate meaning it break it easily. And on upra who say muja never out because there's been like an abrasion of your skin, no? And so it exposes the blood vessels, no? But what I'm trying to say is that your bone no here nutrients into, as we were talking about in the later season of the nutrients, no, your nutrients no and home faso no, a core blood in more blood no circulated to baby into unhia vitamin C never call baby or circle into the same thing with the bone no, into bone so and one nutrients in here into, if you think about senior Accra Esiba out just from infancy Accra, they come out with this hyaline cartilage. Hyaline cartilage here bona essentially and a very great grill say already enama na who get it to, but I say whitest color bisa it's usually on the top of the bone itself, no, to say drumstick, the top of the bone, no, a very great and it's soft. Nyamia is so much so that akraneba out, no, it will be easier to pass the child out just from birth, no, and so that when they come out after, no, na omo shall see crawling, omo shall see nante, omo nante omo crawling in no, a stages via they go through, so that whatever nutrients that they've been provided with through the breast milk, no, it's being channeled through their blood vessels. And these blood vessels, is so amazing. Say they form whilst you're in your mom's womb, but as a moment, a PAP and and then you know not a this big, and it's a good and nice structure. So what the blood vessels does is give out nutrients just so that the bones can be strong and have the nutrients and the power that they're supposed to have for you to do whatever you want with it. And then we move on to your synovial joints. You find the synovial joints because these synovial joints, they have water, like in Siobi Ewumu. Until let's start with the different ones that we have. Until the common one, your fingers anymore. Your fingers, as I was saying, so crack one side. That one is you are cracking your joints. Joints, because the reason why it cracks is because a bone back or any bone back will share. Yeah, bone back, only bone back. So two bones have met, and then there is something in between them, which is like a watery fluid. In Siobia, a what in fin. Into cracking a sana. The water noise now water is the articulating factor of that. Into a two bones na interacting. Into which me tones and not what noise na. Then is the same thing. Into side joints when you will be baby and one I've been for me classifying into many different parts. And the following off of what we were talking about before with the joints, now make us say following just the red part, a bone barco and a bone barco and Asia. And then I'm just gonna clear it. This blue part just here is what we call the synovial fluid. And then I make us say insuna in between. It keeps the two bones not to friction. On say it rubs off each other and it's not a really nice feeling. That's what we will talk about with the osteoporosis and osteoarthritis case in week 4. But for now, the synovial fluid is what lubricates these joints, and the cracking of them is the water that's moving around, and interaction that air course is what you are hearing. And see, in this one as well, we want to see the supportive structures. I don't know, we don't really talk about it, but tendons, maybe it's a tendons, idea connected the muscle to the bone. Into muscle in this part, and tendons say free her. Into muscle no tendons connected to the muscle so that it can also connect to the bone itself. That's how it is. And then we also have ligaments. Ligaments near bone to bone. Into that is the ligament. Into the two different structures that help to do that. Into your tendons be brain, ligaments be bra, ekipi or two leg bones need to get together. Into your nine form no and your thigh no. Into na carbon na connect it using the tendon and the ligament so that it can be in place. So that is all for this week for the musculoskeletal system anatomy part one. For this week, if you have any questions at all and any suggestions, please leave it in the chat and comment area so that we can attend to that and make sure that your needs are being met. And also, we know you want more, and so next week we have planned for another overview, but then we have muscle straight off the bat, and then we have neurovasculature. Neurovasculature ni yen tini, yen blood work, and yen nerves, and then we have the muscles, so many different muscles. I think my movie. And see, stay tuned for that. Definitely come back, and I hope that we were blessed from today's study, and that we continue to be blessed for the remaining ones. Have a good night, a good day, a good weekend, wherever you are, and whatever time it is where you are, and God bless.